Although the local workers never realized it, the mines of Cronus's Hyperion peaks featured powerful ore refining machines left there by the tech priests of Mars. These ancient ore processing and field manufacturing plants took on a more martial aspect during the Dark Crusade. Indeed, these same devices could, with relative ease, be made to produce military structures, or the processed materials needed to assemble them in the field. Those in control of this facility thus gained the ability to rapidly build forward bases as they pushed across Cronus. The peaks were a difficult battlefield, however. Isolated from standard supply lines, those trying to take the mines were forced to send in a single armored column, ordered to wipe out all enemy structures. Without reinforcements, the tank commanders were on their own.
Approaching target. Moving out.
Where do you need us most?
Yes, most beneficent one?
Yes. Yes. Where do you need us most? By his glorious name.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. With me, brothers.
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest.
The Emperor protects.
By the Emperor it shall be so. I will guide you now.
Land Raider at your disposal. His will be done.
I am the instrument of his will. Even in death I still serve. I am the instrument of his will. Take me into battle. Where do you need us most? It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Whirlwind here. Whirlwind artillery tank here. Triangulating attack coordinates. Whirlwind here.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation.
Faith is eternal. I am ready to serve again. Faith is eternal.
Charge!
Faith is eternal. I am the instrument of his will. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Whirlwind here.
Yes, most beneficent one?
Faith is eternal. The Emperor's finest, reporting.
Yes, Lord?
Direct us to the enemy. Take and hold. Orders received.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Triangulating attack coordinates.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Xenosight. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed.
Whirlwind here.
Under fire.
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
I am the instrument of his will. Where do you need us most?
I await your
Your will.
instructions.
Whirlwind here. Triangulating attack coordinates.
Xenosight. For the Emperor!
Triangulating attack
Fear not
coordinates.
the Psycho.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Triangulating attack coordinates. As you command. As you command.
For the Emperor!
Triangulating attack coordinates.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Under
Whirlwind
fire!
artillery tank here.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed!
By the Emperor it shall
Fear
be
not
so.
the Psycho.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Triangulating
Fear
attack
not the
coordinates.
Psycho.
Whirlwind here. Triangulating attack coordinates.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Land speeder here. As you command.
I am ready to serve. Again.
Ever vigilant!
We await your command.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Whirlwind artillery tank
Hope is
here.
the first step on the road to disappointment. Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
Yes, most beneficent one?
Whirlwind here. Triangulating
There is no
attack
such
coordinates.
thing as
Whirlwind
innocence,
artillery tank here.
only degrees of guilt.
Under fire!
Whirlwind here. Triangulating attack coordinates.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Venerate the immortal
Whirlwind
Emperor.
artillery tank here. Triangulating attack coordinates. 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 His will be done. Whirlwind here.
I am ready to serve. Again.
Whirlwind here. Triangulating attack coordinates. Land Raider at your disposal. Land Raider at your
Knowledge is
disposal.
power. Hide it well.
Land Raider at your disposal.
Under fire!
Whirlwind here. Whirlwind here. Moving out.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
My knowledge is at your disposal. There is no such thing as innocence, only
Whirlwind artillery
degrees of
tank here.
guilt.
Whirlwind here. As you command. His will be done.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. An easy objective. As you command. The machine spirit is prepared. Approaching target. His will be done. Triangulating attack coordinates.
Under fire!
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Moving out.
For the Emperor!
Whirlwind here. Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Fear not the Psycho.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. armored transport here. Approaching target. Land Raider armored transport here. The machine Land Raider armored transport here. Whirlwind here. Whirlwind here. Approaching target. Moving out. Whirlwind here.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Knowledge is power. Hide it
Under
well.
fire!
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Hope is the first step on the
Whirlwind
road to
artillery tank here.
disappointment.
Triangulating attack coordinates. Triangulating attack coordinates. Whirlwind here. Moving out. His will be done.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Land speeder ready for
Here
battle.
to serve. I shall obey, as you wish.
Land Raider armored transport here. Land Raider at your disposal. Whirlwind here. Whirlwind here. Whirlwind artillery tank here. Whirlwind artillery tank here. Triangulating attack coordinates. Triangulating attack coordinates. Whirlwind here.
Yes, Lord?
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Whirlwind here.
At last, back to
Land
war.
speeder here.
The Emperor's finest.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. Fear not the psyche.
Fear denies faith.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. Command me. I am the instrument of his will.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Land Raider armored transport here. Whirlwind here. Land Raider at your Whirlwind here. Whirlwind here.
Fear not the psyche. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
At last, back to war.
Hope is the first step on the
Apothecary
road
here.
to disappointment.
No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I can help it.
Whirlwind here.
Yes, most beneficent one?
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Command me. I shall end you. Moving out.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Xeno sighted.
Objective. Triangulating attack coordinates.
Under fire!
Whirlwind here.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
Whirlwind artillery
There
tank
is
here.
no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt. I serve.
Xeno sighted.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. Knowledge is power. Hide
Whirlwind
it
here.
well.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Triangulating attack coordinates.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Whirlwind here. Triangulating attack
There is no
coordinates.
such things as existence, only degrees of guilt.
Apothecary here.
Command me. I shall end you.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. Under fire.
Triangulating attack coordinates.
Knowledge is power.
Whirlwind
I did
artillery
well.
tank here. Triangulating attack coordinates.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Venerate the immortal Emperor. I stand ready.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Approaching target.
Fear not the sun.
Command me.
Whirlwind here.
Knowledge is power.
Whirlwind
I
here.
did well.
Triangulating
Hope
attack
is the first
coordinates.
step on the road to
Battlefield
disappointment.
awaits. What? Broken!
By his word.
Whirlwind here.
Squad morale restored.
Knowledge is power. I did well.
Charge!
Whirlwind here.
Even in
Under
death
fire.
I still serve.
Whirlwind here.
Even in death I still
Whirlwind
serve.
artillery tank here.
Fear not the sun.
Whirlwind here. Whirlwind artillery tank here.
An open mind is like
I
a
am the
fortress with
instrument
its
of his
gates
will.
unbarred and unguarded.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
I stand ready.
The enemies of
ready
the
to
Emperor
serve
shall be
again.
destroyed.
Even in death I still serve.
Whirlwind here.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
This is what we like best!
My aim shall not
Whirlwind
falter.
artillery tank here.
Stand ready.
This is what we
At
like
once.
best!
Land Raider armored transport here.
Dispatch me here.
Whirlwind artillery
My
tank here.
knowledge is at your disposal.
Praise the
Under
Emperor.
fire.
Knowledge is power.
Whirlwind here.
Well,
As you command.
Under fire.
His will be done. An easy objective.
Even in death I still serve.
I stand ready.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Whirlwind here.
Even in death I still serve.
He who stands with me shall be my brother. We shall know no
Whirlwind
fear.
artillery tank here.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
Whirlwind here.
Hope is the first
At
step
last,
on the road
back
to
war.
disappointment.
Yes.
Faith is our shield. Orders received. Orders received. Orders received. Understood. Orders
This is
received.
what we like best!
Fear our wrath.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
There is no such thing as
Faith is
innocence,
eternal.
Under
only
fire.
degrees of guilt.
Whirlwind here.
On alert, brothers.
Under
The enemy
fire.
must be nearby.
Whirlwind here. Triangulating attack coordinates.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. I shall end you.
I stand ready. Do I detect uncertainty in
Under
your
fire.
purpose? Mind over matter. I can sense the enemy. They are close.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Whirlwind here.
Yes, Lord? As you wish.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
At last, back to
Hope is the
war.
first step on the
Whirlwind
road to
artillery tank here.
disappointment.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. His will be done. The machine spirit is prepared.
I stand ready.
Whirlwind here.
Fear not the Psyker.
Whirlwind here.
Hope is the
Under
first
fire.
step on the road to disappointment.
By the Emperor it shall be so.
Charge!
Whirlwind artillery tank
Knowledge
here.
is power.
It is better to
will.
die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Whirlwind here. Whirlwind here.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
The
Knowledge
enemies
is
of the
power.
Emperor shall
Hide
be
it
It is
destroyed.
better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. At last, back to war.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
By the Emperor it shall be
Land
so.
Raider armored transport here. Whirlwind artillery tank here. His will be done. The machine
Hope
spirit
is the first
prepared.
step on the road to disappointment.
Whirlwind here.
Faith is eternal.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
An open mind is like a fortress
in
with
death
its
I
gates
still
unbarred
serve.
and unguarded.
I shall end you.
What are your needs?
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
Whirlwind here.
Venerate
Triangulating
the
attack
immortal
I am the
Emperor.
instrument of his will.
Knowledge is power.
Whirlwind
Hide it
artillery tank
well.
here. Triangulating attack coordinates. Triangulating attack coordinates. Triangulating attack Whirlwind artillery tank here. Approaching target. Whirlwind artillery tank here. Triangulating attack coordinates.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
I am the instrument of his will.
Whirlwind here. Triangulating attack coordinates. Land Raider armored transport here. Land Raider at
Here
your
to
disposal.
serve.
Land Raider at your disposal.
Here to serve.
Whirlwind here. Triangulating attack coordinates.
Fear not the Psyker.
The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed.
Glory of the
Under fire.
Charge!
The enemies of the
I
Emperor
am
shall
the
be
instrument of his
destroyed.
will.
Whirlwind here. Triangulating attack coordinates. Triangulating attack coordinates.
An open mind is like
At
a
last,
fortress
back
with its
to
gates
war.
unbarred and unguarded. Knowledge is power.
Command me.
Hide it well.
I will be there soon. I shall end you.
There is no such thing as innocence,
Whirlwind here.
only degrees of guilt.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Fear not the
I
Psyker.
am the instrument of his will. By his word.
Charge!
Whirlwind artillery
Fear
tank here.
not the Psyker.
Even in death I still serve. I will be there soon. By his word. I will purge the unclean. I will crush
By
those
the
who stand
Emperor it
before
shall
me.
be so.
I am ready to serve. Again. I will be there soon. I will crush those who stand before me.
Under
I
fire.
shall end you. Faith is eternal.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Venerate the immortal
Whirlwind here.
Emperor. I stand ready.
The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed.
Triangulating attack coordinates.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Whirlwind artillery
I
tank
am
here.
the instrument of his will. serve.
I stand ready.
Whirlwind here.
I am ready to serve. Again.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Yourself. I am ready to serve.
Fear not the
Again.
psyker.
Triangulating attack coordinates. Land Raider at your disposal. As you command. Land Raider at your disposal. Whirlwind artillery tank here. Triangulating attack coordinates at your disposal. Whirlwind here. His will be done. Triangulating attack coordinates. Land Raider armored transport here. Land Raider armored transport here.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Even in death I still serve.
Land Raider armored transport here. The machine spirit is prepared.
Hope is the first step
I am
on the
ready
road
to
to
serve.
disappointment.
Under fire!
I stand ready. Do I detect uncertainty in your purpose?
Land Raider armored transport here. Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Even in death I
An
still
open mind
serve.
is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Triangulating attack coordinates.
There is no such thing as innocence,
Whirlwind artillery
only
tank here.
degrees of guilt.
Land Raider armored transport here. Land Raider armored transport here.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
Whirlwind here. Triangulating attack coordinates.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred
At
and
last,
unguarded.
back to war.
Whirlwind here.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Under fire!
Triangulating attack coordinates.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. Faith is eternal.
Land Raider at your disposal. Land Raider armored
Dino
transport
sighting.
here.
I am the instrument of his will.
Whirlwind here. Triangulating attack coordinates. Land Raider at your disposal.
Praise the Emperor.
Whirlwind artillery tank
An
here.
open mind is like a fortress with its gates
How can I
unbarred
serve?
and unguarded.
By the Emperor it shall be so.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
Land Raider armored transport here. Land Raider armored transport here. Whirlwind here. As you command. An easy objective. Triangulating attack coordinates.
I still serve. Command me. At last, back to war.
Land Raider armored transport here.
Under fire!
Death has arrived. Land Raider at your disposal. As you command. Death has arrived. The machine spirit is prepared. As you command. His will be done. Moving out. Approaching target. The machine's land raider is at your disposal. Land Raider at your disposal.
There is no such thing as innocence,
Command me.
only degrees of guilt.
I am the instrument of his will. I will purge the unclean. I will be there soon.
Land Raider armored transport here. Whirlwind here. Land Raider armored transport here. Death has arrived. The machine spirit is prepared.
Under fire!
The machine spirit shall protect us. Death has arrived. His will be done. Land Raider at your disposal. As you command. Land Raider at your disposal. An easy objective. Land Raider at your disposal. Land Raider at your disposal. Death has arrived. His will be done. His will be done. Death has arrived. Land Raider armored transport here. Land Raider at your disposal. Death has arrived.
Under fire!
Approaching target. An easy objective. Approaching target. Death has arrived.
Command me. I shall end you.
Whirlwind here. Land Raider at your disposal. Death has arrived. Death has arrived. Death has arrived.
I am the instrument of his will.
Whirlwind here. Triangulating
I
attack
am ready
coordinates.
to serve. Again.
Land Raider at your disposal. Whirlwind here.
I am ready to serve. Again.
Whirlwind here. Land Raider at your disposal. Whirlwind artillery tank here. Triangulating attack
stand
coordinates.
At last, back to war. I shall
Whirlwind
end
Under
here.
fire!
Triangulating attack coordinates.
I am the instrument of his will. I am ready to serve. Again. I shall
Whirlwind
end
artillery tank here. Whirlwind artillery tank here. Whirlwind artillery
I
tank
stand
here.
ready.
Even in death, I
Land
still
Raider
serve.
armored transport here. Whirlwind artillery tank here. Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Command me.
Under fire!
Whirlwind here. Moving out. Approaching target. Whirlwind artillery tank here. Triangulating attack
Knowledge is
coordinates.
power.
Whirlwind
Hide it
artillery
well.
tank here. Whirlwind artillery tank here. Land Raider at your disposal. Death has arrived. Death has arrived. Whirlwind here. Triangulating attack coordinates. Moving out. Triangulating attack coordinates. Triangulating attack coordinates. Approaching target. An easy objective. The machine spirit is prepared. As you command. As you command. Triangulating attack coordinates. His will be done. An easy objective. The machine spirit is prepared. As you command. Approaching target. His will be done. As you command. Triangulating attack coordinates. The machine spirit is prepared. Approaching target. Triangulating attack
There is no such
coordinates.
thing as innocence. Only degrees of
Even in death I still serve.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Triangulating attack coordinates. Triangulating attack coordinates.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Under fire!
There is no such thing as innocence.
Faith is
Only
eternal.
degrees of guilt.
Triangulating attack coordinates. Triangulating attack coordinates. Triangulating attack coordinates.
Command me.
There is no such thing as innocence. Only degrees of
Whirlwind
guilt.
artillery tank here.
I stand ready.
The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed!
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Triangulating attack coordinates. Whirlwind artillery tank here. Triangulating attack coordinates. Triangulating attack coordinates. Triangulating attack coordinates. Triangulating attack coordinates.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
Under fire! The enemies of the Emperor shall be
There
destroyed!
is no such thing as innocence. Only degrees of guilt. Fear not the Psycho.
The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed!
My knowledge is at your disposal.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Triangulating attack coordinates.
Under fire!
Triangulating attack coordinates. Whirlwind artillery tank here. Triangulating
I am
attack
the instrument
coordinates.
of his will. I shall end you.
Whirlwind here.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed!
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
It is better to die
Knowledge
for
is
the
power.
Emperor than live
Hide
for
it
yourself. Even in death I still serve.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Triangulating attack coordinates. Triangulating
Zeno
attack
sighted.
coordinates. Triangulating attack 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 coordinates.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed!
Triangulating attack coordinates. Triangulating attack coordinates. Triangulating attack coordinates.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
I shall
Under
end
fire!
I shall end you. I shall end you.
Whirlwind here. Triangulating attack coordinates. Triangulating attack coordinates.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
Command me.
Whirlwind here. Triangulating
Venerate
attack
the
coordinates.
immortal Emperor.
Command me. I shall
Whirlwind
end
artillery
you.
tank here.
Under fire!
Triangulating attack coordinates.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed! The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed! The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed! The enemies of the Emperor shall be
It is
destroyed!
better to die for the Emperor than live for
Whirlwind
yourself.
artillery tank here.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed! The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed!
The machine spirit is prepared. As you command. Approaching target. As you command. Moving out. His will be done. Moving out. An easy objective.
I am the instrument of his will.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed!
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
Apothecary here.
I stand ready.
Land Raider armored transport here.